it's Gandhi from Elvis Duran and the Morning Show, and we are back with another episode of CEO Unplugged. This might be my favorite one ever for selfish reasons and just because she's cool. I am with Miki Agrawal, who is the CEO and is, am I correct, the Chief Creative Officer behind Tushi? No pun intended.
Correct.
Okay. So for people who don't know what Tushi is, can you explain it to us? We've been talking about it on the air a lot, but I know that there are a couple people who probably missed it. So what is Tushi?
Okay, so so before I even explain what it is, let me just give an analogy. So the analogy I love to give is, imagine if you jumped in your shower, didn't turn the water on, and just used dry toilet paper to like wipe down your dirtiest bits.
No.
You know, like, would you call yourself clean? Or imagine if you went to your dishes and you just cut up a raw chicken and it's got like salmonella all over it. And then you just take a piece of dry toilet paper and just wipe the plate. And then you put your dish away like it's been cleaned. Like, people would be like, shouldn't you wash your plate? Shouldn't you wash your body and armpits and your, you know, like your dirty bits?
Uh-huh.
You know, so the question I always ask is like, why are we doing that to the dirtiest part of our body? Why are we using dry toilet paper and killing 15 million trees while we're doing it to not properly clean ourselves down there? And so what Tushi is simply a modern bidet that attaches to your existing toilet, takes 10 minutes to install, doesn't require any plumbing or electricity. So it attaches to your existing toilet, looks like this beautiful iPhone gadget next to your toilet, and it sprays your butt clean, like a little precise shower for your butt. And then you just pat dry with 80% less toilet paper. And the average family spends $500 a year on toilet paper, $5,000 a year on a decade. Like, I mean, and the number, that's the minimum, you know, for a family of four. And so you think about like, what can I do with $5,000? I mean, you know, Maggie Doyne, she built a school with $5,000 for, you know, as an 18-year-old. I mean, people can do, some people can buy cars, people can, in the developing world, can, you know, live a couple of years on that, you know? And so like, why are we wasting our money, our precious resources? Why are we wasting literally our planet, the things that give us oxygen? We're just cutting them down, these 100-year-old trees, and just wiping our butts disrespectfully with them. It doesn't even properly clean us. And you think about like, just ailments, like chronic ailments, like, you know, like chronic urinary tract infections, chronic hemorrhoids, chronic anal fissures, chronic anal itching, just itching, you know, bacterial vaginosis, your UTIs, yeast infections. All of those things are exacerbated by being dirty and unclean and bacteria filled and E. coli filled and infection filled back down there. You know, there's just so much that comes out with your fecal matter. And if you're not properly keeping that area clean, it creeps up into your vaginal wall and your vaginal canal. It's just not a clean experience. And so Tushi is just a simple $79 product, and it's just an obvious solution to something that we've been doing pretty strangely since the 1800s. So I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. I mean, so my family is from India. I grew up here, but in their homes, we always had bidets. It was like a no-brainer because pretty much the analogy you just said was what my parents used to say about cleaning yourself all the time. And it was always kind of an awkward conversation to have with other people because people sort of get on the defense sometimes like, wait, are you telling me I'm not clean? No, you're telling them you can be a whole lot cleaner, feel a lot better, and be healthier. So for you, what was it that brought this idea to the forefront? How did you come up with it, Tushi?
Yeah, so in 2013, 14, I developed a very intense hyperthyroid condition. And one of the things about having a hyperthyroid condition, or the effects or things that happen, is you start pooping a ton, excessively sweating, your heart palpitates, your body's in overdrive. And it made me poop up to 8 times per day. Wow. And it was just such a frustrating time. And I would just rub my butt because it wasn't clean poops. It wasn't like those like no white poops or like, you know, whatever, one white. It was nothing. It was so messy and so gross. And I have to take a shower every single time because my butt just eventually became so raw and chapped and painful that I just couldn't take it anymore. And finally, for Valentine's Day, my then boyfriend, now husband, got me this like crappy version Chinese bidet product. And I was like, wait, I don't have to like buy a whole seat, spend thousands of dollars and do the whole song and dance and get a plumber and electrician to come and do this whole thing. Like, I can install something in 10 minutes and wash my butt properly. Like, this is insane. And we looked at it, it was like a cheap product. It was ugly. It just looked so uncool. It looked like a product that was supposed in a hospital, you know, and it was like something
Yeah.
was wrong with you versus, which something was wrong with me. So I was extra sensitive about that. So I was like, oh my
Sure.
God, like there are so many people with so many issues, people with mobility issues, people with ailments, GI issues, gut issues now more than ever. I mean, chronic issues across the board. And women who are pregnant, post-pregnant, I mean, you name it, anyone who does lifting and they have hemorrhoids, I mean, like every category of person,
Yes.
you know, who has an ailment down there. It's like, oh, here's an obvious, boom, 10-minute solution that's affordable, $79. So I basically set out to create the best in class version of the bidet attachment and bring it to America and make it look like a beautiful iPhone extra toilet, make it really feel aspirational and start talking about poop in a way that was aspirational and funny and silly and goofy, but then brought this conversation to the forefront in this country when it was always like, I didn't use a toilet. I don't know what you're talking about. I was never in there. It must have been somebody else. You pretend like it was never you in there.
Exactly.
Right. And so it's like, it was always something that you felt so ashamed of instead of being like, I just clean, I'm like so clean. I'm so confident. And, you know, like Yogi Bhajan, who brought Kundalini Yoga to America, said, dirty butt, dirty mind.
Yes.
Clean butt, clean mind. It's actually, it actually like really affects your, you know, your gut, and that whole area is your second brain.
Yes.
And so if that part of your body isn't properly taken care of, then it actually fogs you up.
Without a doubt. I say all the time, imagine the feeling when you just get out of the shower and you're like, oh, I'm squeaky clean. This is amazing. Imagine you feel that every time you go to the bathroom. Oh, I'm squeaky clean. You have a pep in your step and you're feeling better. And I know that this is a topic that for a lot of people is like, oh, like you said, I don't go to the bathroom. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. And you need this and you need it to be clean. So for you, how does that conversation even start with people? Do you start it? Do you have one in your home and people are like, Miki, what is that?
I mean, yeah, I think it's just a matter of like, you know, it's just like talking about that analogy, you know, it's like if a bird pooped on you, would you wipe it or wash it? You know,
Exactly.
or like, you just kind of start there, or like, you know, we just get into like, you know, how's your life? How's your health? How's your this? Like pretty much across the board, there's gonna be somebody around the table that has some kind of a thyroid or GI or health condition or some kind of a chronic UTIs or hemorrhoids. I mean, it's just so common to have all these things. To kind of build that conversation, like, oh, have you ever tried a bidet? You know, and it's like, oh no, what is that? And then it's like, oh, or like, oh, a bidet doesn't spray poop everywhere, and you're like, no, no, no. Then you spend like all the time debunking all these myths that people
Right.
have around it, like, oh, is it pulling dirty toilet bowl water or toilet tank water? And the answer is no. It
Right.
pulls from the wall, the same water you brush your teeth with. It splits off the wall, like literally the same water that's in your tap, you know, your tap water. You
And
know,
it's
and
easy
like
to set up.
exactly.
It's
And it's
very
like,
easy to set
oh,
up.
does it require a plumber or is a whole thing? It's like, no, no, no. Like, everything comes in the box with a little splitter and a hose. It's 10 minutes. Like we have a video that shows you some person installing it in under 10 minutes, in 8 minutes.
Yep.
So you can really see like how quick and easy it is to install. The myth around is it spray poop everywhere. No, it pulls the poop into the toilet bowl like a reverse waterfall situation.
Yep.
Where it really is precise and clean. So just first of all, people are like, how do you even pronounce it? Bidet. We're like, no, don't even say bidet. Just say Tushi. Just say Tushi. Tushi's easier to say.
Right.
You know, and by the way, don't go to Tushy.com. It's a very graphic porn site.
No, we
Listen,
learned that.
go to hellotushy.com. Hellotushy.com. Yes.
HelloTushy.com. So
Yes.
this obviously took off within the last few months. There was a toilet paper shortage. There were a lot of people not wanting to leave their homes. How did you guys manage that? Because you sold out of a lot of them for a long time, correct?
Well, yeah. So when the toilet paper shortage happened, and all of a sudden there was this like crazy, you know, sort of frenzy around taking, you know, getting all the toilet paper, you know, people are like, oh, did you capitalize on it? We're like, no, we actually, we spent the last 6 years educating the consumer as why a bidet is better for your health, better for your wallet, better for the planet, better for the world. Like why it's just better in general and cheaper and just such an obvious solution for the last 6 years. We've had like millions of people kind of like thinking about it, like peering over the ledge. Should I get it? Should I not? Ooh, I don't know. Oh, my friend just got one. Oh, I tried it. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm getting closer. Maybe my next paycheck, I'll start to save for it. Or maybe I'll decide that I want to buy one once and for all or whatever. So, but when the toilet paper shortage happened, boom, everyone just converted. And we didn't do anything differently on our website. We didn't change our pricing. We didn't make our, like, whatchamacallit, increase our prices. We didn't do any of that. We just kept our doors open like normally. online, and we literally hit, in a week we had like, 2 over $500,000 days and $1 million day that
Wow.
came from just people just converting from all the many years of us really educating the customers as to why they need it. So now all these people are like, I don't even have to worry about this because I have my Tushy, and I could just use a towel to pat dry, which is what they do in Italy and all over the world. They don't even use toilet paper at all.
Right.
Saving hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. And we sell 100% bamboo butt towels also on our website. So you can literally use the Tushy bidet and pat dry with. It's like taking a shower and you're just patting dry with a clean towel because your butt's clean. And so it comes with a pack of 5. So you can we have 2 different colors. We have the we have the natural brown and the mint green. And so if you have the his and hers, and then we have bamboo toilet paper. So if you have guests and don't want to give them a towel, you can have, our Tushy toilet paper, which is made out of 100% bamboo, and bamboo grows up to 39 inches per day.
I know. I love
compared to a tree, which takes hundreds of years to grow. And they give us all, these beautiful oxygen, and, they suck in carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, all the bad stuff, and spit out fresh oxygen for us to breathe, which is why we're able to be here on Earth. And so to honor the trees and to, bamboo grows like a weed. And so it can grow fast and it'll regrow again. So, we've really thought through the entire process of, what is the best possible way to think about the bathroom today? Like not even just post-COVID, but post 1890s when toilet paper was brought to America.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, but like humans are meant to be crouching when they go to the bathroom. Like we're meant to be crouching. And so, there are products that existed that created these little footstools, but they all look really ugly. And they look like, again, something's wrong with you, or you're in a hospital, or there's some issue there. And so we also developed the Tushy Ottoman, which unkinks your colon. So put your feet up on this beautiful stool, which tucks right in underneath your toilet. And it looks like an art sculpture in your bathroom. So if you go to the hellotushy.com, you just look up Tushy Ottoman, you can see our beautiful stool. And basically what happens is, like, we have a whole system called the Tushy system where you poop, spray, pat dry with Tushy tissue. So the pooping part is important, where, you want to put your feet up on a stool to basically mimic crouching position. Because when you're sitting, what happens, it kinks your colon, and only about 70% of your poop comes out of your body. But in fact, to really get all of the poop out of your body, you really need to have your legs up in a crouching position. And so to have a really nice, beautiful footstool makes sense to unkink your colon, get all the poop out. The analogy I give for that is like, imagine taking your trash out, but only taking 70% of your trash out.
Yeah.
And you have 30% left, and it's just stinking up and really rotting, right? That's like really what happens in our bodies. It's just like the stuff is just backing up and stinking up, and people have to get colonoscopies and all these things because it's kinking our colon, keeping all the stuff that our body should be releasing every time. It just backs up. And so our Tushy Ottoman really have thought through the proper height. We have 2 different heights. So if you're shorter or taller, you can have different heights that really mimics that crouching position. So that's the pooping. We help you poop. We've thought about how to poop the most, methodical way possible. And then the spraying, washing your butt dry with our Tushy bidet. Our Tushy bidet, we've thought through the angle of the nozzle. So you can control where your nozzle adjusts to. So you can actually know if you're a woman, you can spray your front. If it's a man, you can spray both sides. So it's really thoughtfully designed. The actual spraying itself cleans itself. So if you find like your partner just used it, you want to clean it, there's a nozzle wash, it washes it out, flushes it out before you use it again. So that's the pooping part. And then the patting dry part. So I don't know if you knew this, but the average American uses 57 sheets of toilet paper per day.
Oh, per day. Okay. That's a lot, but yeah.
57 sheets of toilet paper per day. That's about a roll and a half of toilet paper per week. And that's like average. A lot of people use way more. If you're a family, use way more. And so even if you do have a Tushy bidet or a bidet, you still tend to wrap the roll around your hand because you're so used to it, like you're just like, I'm just going to unroll it. It's kind of like when toothpaste companies basically made the toothpaste hole bigger. So when you squeeze out the toothpaste, a lot more comes out. You really only need a tiny bit of toothpaste to brush your teeth, but they want to just make you go through it faster. And so toilet paper rolls were designed to be rolls. So you're using 3 times more than you actually need. And so, because you're wrapping around your hand, you're just rolling and it just unrolls. And so our Tushy tissues really, really have been thoughtfully designed so you could just pull one sheet at a time. So you're basically, instead of using one roll in a week, it takes you a month to go through the same amount of toilet paper. So you're saving your money and saving the planet. So just the whole thing is thought through.
I was going to ask you, what do you think sets Tushy apart from its competition? But I feel like you just answered it in so many words. But the one that I like to focus on in this is thoughtful. You guys are very thoughtful about all the aspects of it, from how it affects the environment to how individually people can utilize it better for their own health, and whether you're tall or short, all of that. Very, very thoughtful. To me, the part that blew my mind the most was receiving the Tushy package and opening it up. I love the very clear instructions. It's not anything that's going to blow your mind. You can install it very quickly, but the walkthrough on the cards, those were hilarious, and your marketing department needs a high five for it.
Yeah.
And there was a t-shirt included that I can't wait to wear. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to wear it, but it says, ask me about my butthole. And I think that is the greatest conversation starter about this particular product that there is. So I love you guys for that. You are very thoughtful, and it is a great product. So I really hope you guys have a lot more coming in the future, which I imagine you do. Are there other products that we can look for on the way?
Yeah. So we have our bidet seat that's coming. So if you want a warmer seat and you want to, maybe graduate from our, $79 bidet attachment into, if you buy your own home, or if you decide you want to have a warm seat, then we have a more expensive product that is to compete against the Totos of the world, but Totos are still like a couple of $1,000s, where
right.
Our product will be a few $100s, so it'll still be cheaper to have that experience. But we do want to kind of like be part of all the different market opportunities on different markets. And then also we're launching the world's most thoughtful toilet brush on the market. So right now the toilet
weirded me out. I can't wait. Good.
They're disgusting. Yeah. The toilet brush, like right now it's like you clean the toilet, then you put it back into this pool of its own feces, and it just sits there for like, years.
Yeah.
And it's just disgusting. And so
gross.
yeah. And so and then you look on Amazon, the number one best-selling product is this like product that is a single use toilet brush product. So you have to buy these plastic packaged things, individually packaged, and then you snap the wand into, the little plastic holders, and it's got this toxic blue liquid thing. You clean the toilet with, and you press the top, and that plastic thing goes in the garbage. So while it's less gross than like this thing sitting in a thing, it's still absolutely toxic matter for landfills.
Terrible.
It's waste, and it's also something that you have to buy over and over again very expensively. And so what we've created, an expensive way, and what we created is basically our Tushy toilet brush, which comes, it's a bamboo stick that's got a little sort of grabber. You press the top of it, and it grabs an upcycled coconut husk. It's 100% upcycled coconut husks. So they make coconut milk or coconut anything. They take the husk, those rough husks, and they just throw those in the garbage usually. They just do nothing with them. So basically gathered all the coconut husks, just the raw coconut husks, and made them into little discs. And then it's rough enough to basically clean the toilets. And they're 100% compostable. So then you can compost it, or you can put it in the garbage, and it basically like disintegrates right away.
This is genius.
And so you get to buy them again and again, but and not have to, you get to like have not a disgusting thing in there, but it's like the most beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. It makes your bathroom look organic, like you really are thoughtful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you have all of it, all of the things that you want, but thoughtfully created.
I am enjoying talking to you so much, because I can tell that you're very passionate about it. I can tell that so much thought has gone into all of this for you, aside from just, I don't know, the environmental impact or the health impact it has on millions of people. In your opinion, what is the most fulfilling part about all of this to you?
I mean, it's threefold. I mean, the first is really changing culture in America, getting people to, really shift their behavior from something wasteful, costly, and ineffective into something that's cleaner, more effective, and cost saving. So I really love, just from a creative perspective and a marketing perspective, love the idea of like how to, really, really think about how to make a human behavioral shift. I mean, to make someone change their behavior that's been generational, likely taught, it's a really interesting challenge. That's the first thing from a creative perspective, very interesting. I'm a huge sustainability person. I love the fact that, we've helped save already millions of trees from getting flushed down the toilet. We want to be, really help be responsible for, every tree possible from getting chopped down, that we can. And so I'm really passionate about the sustainability aspect of the brand. And then the third part is really fighting the global sanitation crisis. I mean, right now, there's over 3 billion people that don't have a safe place to go to the toilet around the world. I mean, imagine if you had to just go to the bathroom and then you have to hold in your pee and your poop all day long, which causes urinary tract infections and all these issues down there because holding it is really bad for you. And then having to walk miles and miles to go and relieve yourself so you can have privacy, because if not, especially for women, if they're just pooping in broad daylight, they can get raped or they can get accosted or pillaged or get shamed or humiliated. And so a lot of women in the developing world don't drink enough fluids because they don't want to pee, don't eat enough food because they don't want to have to go to the bathroom midday, end up holding in their pee and the poop all day, wait till nightfall, go in groups of women together miles away to go relieve themselves. This is people's reality every single day. This is an inconvenience every single day. My father, a 72-year-old Indian man from India, to this day sometimes has nightmares at being a boy and not finding a clean place to go to the bathroom. And this was his reality growing up. And the fact, and so what I'm super passionate about is, to date, we've helped over 60,000 families gain access to clean toilets in India, through our partnership with Samagra. And so we're really, really passionate about helping bring light in and color and understanding on the global sanitation crisis that affect like billions of people and children too. I mean, the amount of, one of the biggest causes of death is poor sanitation and hygiene. It causes dysentery, diarrhea, and people just die. And so having clean places to go to the bathroom, which then creates clean water systems, because a lot of times people defecate in water and they drink that same water, which then causes people to get sick and die. And so to really separate the two and to really bring education on that and light on that is something that I'll be passionate until it's no longer a problem globally.
And I love you for it. And I think that this is one of those products that as soon as people know exactly how it works and what the benefits are, it's a no-brainer. Why would you not get one? I have no idea. When I posted pictures of the package when I got it, the amount of feedback I got from people who already had one and said, and I quote, "It changed my life." I was like, yes, this is exactly it. This is the point. And it can be as uncomfortable as you want it to be, but it's a great conversation to have. And it's something that could, not to be cliche, but actually change the whole world. So why would we not do this? I love it. And I love you for doing this. Yeah, thank you. This is amazing. So if people want to find out more about the Tushy, do not go to tushy.com. Where are you going to send them?
HelloTushy.com. If you want to read our funny, just follow our funny Instagram account. It's just funny, full of butt puns and jokes and silliness, but also good facts about your gut and butt health. You can just go to @HelloTushy on Instagram. And if you want to ask me questions personally, you can just DM me on Instagram as well @Miki Agrawal on Instagram, MIKIAGRAWAL. And then that's it. Yeah.
It's a good way to get all the info that you need. If you didn't get all of it right here, they have another package for you online. Thank you so much for spending time with us, Miki. I really love this product and I really like you. So good luck with all of it. Is there anything else you wanted to toss in?
No, that's it. Check out our Tushy system when it comes out and go wash your butt.